Let's take a minute to talk about how to start out your sports card business. Now, I'm going to try to keep this under 3 minutes, so let's hit a couple talking points and let's get out of here. So, one of the biggest ways to start early on is to have a budget that you start with. That could be $100, it can be $200, $300. You really don't need a ton of money, though, depending on how fast you want to grow. You can start with as little as $100. For what I'm doing here, I started with leftover cards I had in my office. First show I went to start buying in person, I took 300 bucks. Simple as that. What you're going to want to do though is spend a majority of your time going through value bins. Value bins have some of the best stuff you're going to find at a show because a lot of the times it's bulk cards people do not want to comp out fully and just put in these bins and say they're a dollar, $2, whatever, because they don't see it as it's worth their time. They're going to spend their time grading or pricing out their slabs and making sure that those prices are on point and that's going to get them their most money. This last weekend, I spent $80 in a value box and one card specifically, I'll post it right here on the screen. That Ronnie Lott Prism Pink Disco. There was no comps on it. There was a couple of his other things from that year from Prism that were selling. I think we agreed on $10 or $12 as value. I paid 8 to 10 bucks on it. It sold the other day on eBay. I put it up for $40. There was nothing on it. I figured Prism Pink Disco 1 out of 15, and I actually undersold myself. The card sold for $35 plus shipping. So on that card, I made roughly $25. Great investment, 3x for 300% profit. I looked up the Christian McCaffrey from that year in a PSA 9 out of 15 just sold for 200 bucks. Now, people prefer newer players, so McCaffrey is going to get the premium. Niners were still in the playoffs, yada, yada, yada. But you have to find things that are a little obscure and spend time in the value boxes. One of the first shows I went to in Fairfield, the guy had about 20 Prism base rookies of Jalen Hurts at the time. Those were going for about $20 a piece. He had them in his dollar bin, picked everyone out, bought them for $1. I don't know if he ever realized what they were. I sold them at that same show for $15 a piece, $14 profit per card on 20 of them. Absolutely insane profit margin on those cards. Spending the time in there is going to make you your most money, and you get to see players and stuff that you've really never seen before. Some of the best stuff that I find is in value boxes. So when starting your sports card business and trying to make money in the sports card hobby, you don't need much. All you need is a card show and value boxes, and you will definitely make money and you will grow your business from a small business to a medium-sized business. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this in the comments below, and let me know your best value box find that you've had at a card show.